Hola mi gente, welcome to my channel. So I want to show you how I make the sweet plantain empanadas and I stuffed them with some delicious ground beef. Oh, this came out perfect. So I'm going to show you stay to the end of the video and let's get started. Alright, mi gente, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to prep our plátano. So I have here ripe plantains that the only thing you're going to do to prep this, you're going to cut both tips and then you're going to cut them in half. Put them in a pot, fill the pot with some water, and then you're just going to put them to boil until they're nice and soft. And you'll see when they're done, when you see that the skin start to break. All right, mi gente, so when my platanos cook, we're going to start cooking our ground beef. So I already have my cast iron heating up a medium high heat. Just make sure it's nice and hot. Then I went in and I dropped my ground beef and I'm going to cook this until everything is nice and brown. And as you can see, the ground beef spills out his own juices and also fat, so you don't need to add any oil when you first start to cook this. I am going to take some of that liquid out because I don't want my empanadas to be too wet. So now we're going to go ahead and add some peppers and onions to our meat. And then you're going to saute that for about 3 to 4 minutes until you can start to smell it. And mi gente, I'm going to have everything down in the description, all right? With measurements and all, it's going to be down below. So make sure you check that out. So after about 3 to 4 minutes, you're going to add your smashed garlic and you're going to saute that for 30 seconds. So at this point, you can smell the garlic, the peppers, and the onions, and that's when you're going to start to season this up. So we're going to start seasoning it up with some worcestershire sauce, some onion powder, paprika, adobo. I'm also going to add some sazon, some garlic powder, and then we're going to just grind some freshly ground black pepper right on top. And then I'm also going to add some dry herbs. So I have here some dry thyme and some dry dominican oregano that you want to make sure you grind in between your hands to release the flavor. I'm also going to add tomato paste, and then you're just going to mix this up, make sure everything is well combined, and then you're just going to let this saute for about 30 seconds just so those spices can really open up and season this meat. So now guys, I'm going to go ahead and add some water to this. You can add beef broth if you want, chicken broth if you want, but I'm just going to add some water because the meat is already so well seasoned that I don't want to like change anything. I don't want to change the flavor, so just some water will do. So I'm going to cover this up and lower my heat to medium. And then we're going to cook our meat for about 10 to 15 minutes. And it needs to look like this. And this looks delicious. It's all ready to go. I want you to taste it and adjust it to your liking. So I wanted to show you how you know your plátanos are ready. So you see that the skin is breaking on your plantains. That's how you know they are all good to go. So mi gente, I forgot to tell you to add some salt. As soon as you see that your plátanos come to a boil, you're just going to sprinkle some salt in there. So now I just took the water out. I let it cool down for a little bit, and then we're just going to go ahead and peel this up. And as you can see, the skin comes out so easy. So there's really no need to peel them before the water. And you also don't want to do that because what happens is that as soon as they start to boil, they're just going to turn into nothing. So now we're going to just go ahead and smash this up. Make sure you smash this very well and you don't have no lumps. And then you're going to taste it. And if you think you need a little bit more salt, you can go ahead and add it. But this was perfect. So now that you're happy with how your plátanos taste, you smash your plantain, you're going to add some flour. And now with the flour, we're just going to go ahead and mix this together until you can form a nice dough. So I'm going to start with the spatula first, and then I'm going to go ahead with my hands so I can really nail this. And then this is what you're looking for. You're looking like if you can make a nice little bow with it and it doesn't break apart, you are good to go. And also if it doesn't stick to your gloves, girl, let's do this. So mi gente, to make our empanadas, you're going to grab a Ziploc bag that you're going to cut in half. You're going to add some oil. So when you take your empanadas out, it doesn't stick. And then you're just going to scoop out some of that sweet plantain smash that we make. You're going to make a nice bowl with it. You're going to put it in right in the middle of the Ziploc bag. And then you're going to grab a cutting board or anything you can smash this down. And then here you have your sweet plantain empanada shell. And this is perfect, guys. This is exactly what you're looking for. So now we're just going to go ahead and stuff it with our ground beef. And I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese. So this part here, you can add any cheese you want, or you can just do the ground beef with no cheese. Guys, you can do this however you want. You can just do cheese, or you can do chicken and cheese, whatever you heart desires to do. Go for it, girl. I'm sure it's going to come out perfect. And then what you're going to do, you're going to fold this over. And then you're going to seal it with a ball. The ball is a really good thing because it really seals the dough. So that's it. And this is your sweet plantain empanada. And mi gente, it looks perfect. So again, you're going to go ahead and scoop out some of that sweet plantain mixture. You're going to put it right in the middle of your Ziploc bag, cover that up, and smash it down. And then when you smash it down, you're going to get your sweet plantain empanada shell. And then you're going to stuff this up with your meat, your cheese, and then you're going to close this up. And this is another way you can also close it up, which is a little bit easier. And then you're going to seal it with your bowl. And guys, that's it. This is very easy to make, guys. And if you see that your plantain is still very soft after adding flour, you can go ahead and add a little bit more flour. It's really not gonna, it's not gonna affect anything, but I want you to have a nice empanada like this, all right? So if you see it's too wet, just add a little bit more flour. And mi gente, at this point, you can freeze this up and you can put it in your fridge until you're ready to use it. So we're gonna air fry this. You can fry them if you want in oil, but we healthy here, trying to be healthy. So we're gonna air fry this. So I just went in and I heat up my air fryer for about 5 minutes at 390 degrees. Now, once it was nice and hot, I took it out and I just sprayed it with some avocado oil. I added my empanadas to it, and then you want to spray this again. So now you're gonna put it back in your air fryer, and then you're gonna cook it for about 14 minutes, and you wanna make sure you flip it halfway. And mi gente, this is what you get. This beautiful golden brown sweet plantains empanadas. And if you see yours are not golden brown like this, just go ahead and cook them for a little bit longer. It's okay. But like I said before, you can bake this, you can fry this, you can do whatever you want to it. Guys, it's just came out so good. If you don't if you like pastelon, I love pastelon, and you don't want to go through the whole trouble making the whole thing, this recipe is the one for you. It's came out so delicious, so sweet, salty, and just perfect. So I just paired this with some rice and beans, and oh my God, it was delicious. I am not lying to you when I'm telling you this. This has to be one of the best things I ever had. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y buen provecho.